My son Hiro was born January 2014, and we began to follow the vaccine schedule recommended by the CDC. This picture was taken after he seized for almost an hour following his 4-month shots. Although I informed the medical staff that he had recently been vaccinated, my concerns were dismissed. I had been a mother for 15 years, and this was my 3rd child, so imagine my surprise when I was told that this was normal. He continued to receive shots on schedule as recommended, 30 doses in just the first year of his life. He continued to have vaccine reactions that the medical staff never reported to VAERS. My son was being set up for a lifetime of health problems, to include seizures, food allergies, ear infections, respiratory issues, and likely death if we had continued to vaccinate him. Although he had 2 normal EEGs the first year of his life, he began to have new seizure types after his 12-month shots and has not had a normal EEG since. He was diagnosed with intractable epilepsy with at least 7 different seizure types. I had no choice but to put my son on medication that was not even approved for children his age. As a result, he suffered from numerous side effects and drug addiction at the age of 1. The healthcare industry failed my child, and I was not going to allow his decline in health to continue. I researched vaccines, and I began the process of healing my son. I obtained his medical records and filed VAERS reports on my own. I had testing done which showed aluminum and mercury toxicity, both ingredients in vaccines. I read from the CDC website that due to a family history of autoimmune disorders, none of my children, 4 of them, should have received several of the vaccines they were giving. In addition, blood testing has since confirmed that my children are susceptible to vaccine injury. The vaccine schedule is being religiously followed by doctors without concern of contraindications listed by the CDC that should be discussed with patients in a clinical setting. It's not being done. Parents are not receiving informed consent at vaccine visits, and from my experience, your child receives the shots, and then afterwards, you're given a VIS statement that looks like this, when these inserts look like this. In addition, vaccine reactions are not being reported to VAERS, and there is not an accurate representation of the post-market data that's been considered when you're discussing your vaccine recommendations. My son Hiro will be 6 in January. He has had thousands of seizures in his lifetime. He still wears diapers, cannot talk, and requires constant care and supervision. I wake up every day of my life checking to make sure my son's still alive and hasn't died in his sleep. That's our reality and the reality of thousands and thousands of families who have a story just like ours. I'm here speaking today to be a voice for Hiro and other victims like him. Many of us now know that the vaccines we once believed would protect our children are the very reason many of our children are so sick with chronic health issues today.
Thank you for your comment.